Shofar Factory is usually held a week or two before Rosh Hashanah.
Coming holiday on Thursday is going to be Rosh Hashanah. And on Rosh Hashanah, what do? One of the mitzvot we do on Rosh Hashanah, we blow the shofar.
As the sages have told us, many reasons for blowing of the shofar. One of them is to remind us of the giving of the Torah, which was done with the sound, with the great blast of the shofar, as it says in the Torah. One of the main purposes of shofar is that people repent. You come to the court with a clean slate. Although the blowing of the shofar, of course, is a serious thing. On the other hand, there's no reason why we can't have fun in making a shofar. A shofar factory can be a family event. There are grandparents, and there are parents, and there are children, young children, old children. It's an exciting event for everybody. This, of course, is open to the community, and anybody who wants can come and learn how to make a shofar and how to blow the shofar. It's a biblical commandment. People would like to know what it's all about. When the kids learn about making of the shofar, they also learn about the different sounds of the shofar.
Next line is 3 broken ones. Shvarim. And now goes the Teruah. Yeah?
As the kids show up at the Shofar Factory, some of them have never done this before. This is totally new. They have no clue what we are talking about. For some of them, they've been here last year. They know what they know what it takes.
What do you want me to do? Does it work?
We have a display, just to get the kids excited, of different types of shofars and different types of horns.
Oh, 21 horns. Funny, right?
Of different animals, from rams, from goats, ibex, kudu, all different types of horns. In Hebrew, the word shofar means something that's naturally hollow. And that is only generally the shofar of a goat and of a ram.
She said it from a ram.
The length of the shofar, there's no limit to its length. Some would say the bigger the better. There's this one picture that we showed to the kids of some kind of a strange bull with these huge, big, large horns. It could not be used as a shofar.
All right, 2 horns. Here we go. How's it better? So what we're going to do today is we're going to cut off the edges, and we're going to make the hole, and then we're going to sand it down real nicely, and then you'll be able to blow it. Okay?
After the presentation, showing them the different types of horns, what is kosher, what is not, we asked the kids to come and pick themselves out their own horn and get it ready and make it into a shofar. Of course, that's the most exciting part. They come up to get their horns.
Big one.
I want a big one. Is there a medium size?
You want a big one or a small one? Big one.
Some kids like the smaller ones, some like the twisted ones, some like the large ones.
Everybody have a shofar.
The next step in the process of making a shofar, we have to find out where the hollow of the shofar reaches. So we stick this hanger wire into the shofar from the top down into the bottom. So that's what we use the wire for. Once that is done, we can mark that area where the hollow ends and the bone begins.
That's your line over there. Okay, see that? Next, over there. Okay, see that? Next. Come, let's go. Okay, so I think we're about ready to start making our own shofars. Okay?
The next step in the process of making a shofar is we take the kids outside. Outside we have a bunch of workstations, if it's good weather of course. Different areas staffed by people who know what they're doing, hopefully. You take it to the workstation, they have the saws, because the tip of the shofar, of the horn, has to be cut off.
Can you make this so I can blow it?
A little bit longer.
Look in the camera.
This is not done by the kids, of course. This is done by trained professionals who know how to work with electric saws or with hand saws. Yet, if you notice that there's one table there, we have tiny little saws. And yes, we do allow the kids to do that. We put them into vices, and the kids can saw that little piece off with the help, of course, with the adults, get it ready to make it into the shofar.
Shofar has to be a certain length. It has to be able to be seen through both sides of the hand.
When you hold on to it, you have to see it from both sides. So you know that you're blowing through a shofar, not some kind of a whistle that you have in your hand.
That's right, it's a chicken saw.
Can I do it too, Daddy?
That seems like pretty high up. Put one on there.
Okay? Yeah. Hold tight.
There you go. Oh, all the way up here. Okay.
Once they cut off that piece, they have to take it to the workstation where they drill the hole to make it hollow. So we can blow through it and use it for a shofar.
See, you didn't tell me that initially.
Once that is done, the kids take it
Daddy, this is mine.
to the next workstation and they sand it down because it's rough. They sand it with sandpaper all around, smoothing it out, try to blow it. We hear from parents that some of the kids just can't put down the shofar. Every day, all year. It's not just before the holiday. They're all continuing to blow the shofar. They can't wait, to take out the shofar and be able to blow it. And if they're lucky, they'll get it at the first shot. And if not, it takes some effort to really learn how to blow the horn.
Really light. Too much pressure. All right, here we go.
See, I don't even know how to do it.
I don't need you. Go ahead.
I'll tell you a trick. I told these kids. You seal the rest of your mouth with your finger so that the ear doesn't escape. And then you squeeze this, you blow it out like a horn. Go.
Let some air through. Let some air through. You got some air coming out of it. All right.
You got nothing.
You got the right technique. Nothing. Don't give up.
As beginners, the easiest way is you put the shofar at the end, totally at the end of your lips, without exerting yourself too much, forcing some air out into the hollow of the shofar. And that should do it. We give out certificates at the end. It's just a little more excitement to the kids that they felt that they've accomplished something. They did something, they worked on something, and they got a finished product.
Hold it.
No smiling.
Smile. Boys and girls, make sure you get your certificate certified by the TLC Shofar.
To get a little certificate just adds a little bit to the excitement. Ultimately, the purpose of the Shofar Factory is that the kids get excited about blowing of their shofar. But more important, there is a long-term effect on the kids and perhaps on the parents as well. And hopefully, when the holiday does approach and holiday does come, going to the synagogue and listening to the sound, the blowing of the shofar, take it personally and actually become better people.
Thank you very much.
Successful. Nobody broke any bones. Nobody got cut.
As Maimonides says, that is there a possibility that the horn should blow, the siren should blow and you don't take notice, when there's a police car behind you with a siren, you take notice, or you wake up. He says, you slumberers and sleepy people, wake up, or what have you accomplished? And therefore the main important reasons of blowing of the shofar on Rosh Hashanah, just to awaken people from their everyday slumber and get them to think a little bit more about their spiritual life and how to make it better.